everybody, I hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all are having a good day today. My name is Nydia and this is my channel about non-duality and the twin flame journey, although you are already your own twin flame. If you're new to this channel and you like this sort of content, please subscribe to my channel, and if you watch this video and you like it, please give it a like and comment down below if you'd like. So today I thought I would talk a little bit more about what I was talking about in my previous video, kind of adding on a new layer to that. In my previous video to this, I talked about how life is trying to liberate you, and how life is trying to liberate you in all areas of life. I described love life, finances, friendships, career, etc., etc. Basically all these different areas of life that we have as a human. So in this video, I thought I would talk a little bit more about that and kind of add on a new layer to it. When you have this realization, it's not just realize that you're free, that you have this liberation, that you aren't this self, you aren't this limited human being, but you are everything, and everything is one, and even further, everything is an illusion. So with everything being an illusion, this is what I'd like to talk about today. I don't talk very much about emptiness or the illusion or nothingness, because the way that my life has played out, I love to talk about fullness. So my channel is more talking about fullness, self-love, the twin flame journey, those sorts of things. And that is all true, but at the same time, nothingness and emptiness is all true as well. So everything in life is essentially a paradox. So while I'm saying one thing in a video, and then the next time I'm saying a different thing, that's just natural. That's life. It's a paradox. Everything in life is a paradox. And when you begin to examine this or pay attention to what's happening in your life and what's happening around you and what people are saying, what people are studying, different things, you will start to see that there is this paradox of everything actually being nothing. And I've talked about this before, how science is now starting to prove this. Now, this is all still within the illusion. Science is completely an illusion. But even within the illusion, everything is a mirror or a blueprint to the greater truth of everything. So it doesn't matter what you study, what you watch on TV, what movies you watch, what music you listen to, the art you observe or do, animals, whatever you are paying attention to in life, it's all going to point to this. And once you've had this realization, you will really start to see how, maybe people don't know that they're making and creating different works of art and science and different things that have to do with this. You will start to see that just naturally, this is the way life is. And everything's pointing to that. It's nothingness. Science is showing this. Math has shown this. Even psychology is showing this. Neuroscience is starting to show that, or it has shown, that we don't even choose. So think about that. How about think about Einstein and time-space, or space-time, excuse me. That time is relative. So what do you think about that? That time, the clock that you have on your phone, on your wall, wherever, it's not real. It's relative. So start to think about these things. We go through life so much time just doing, which is fine, but we don't ever have any time to think. If you have some time to think about these things, you will start to see that it's right in front of your face. So all of this is here and now. We can see it in all areas of life. So the next part I wanted to talk about, going along with the emptiness and the nothingness, is how that's liberating in itself. So when everything is actually empty or nothing, it's an illusion. So that's why those words are always kind of used, or I use them, because they're all pointing to that everything you see here, even though it's as real as it's going to get, is actually empty. It's actually nothingness. It actually is not anything. It has no significance, has no consequence. So the added layer to that why that is so liberating, if you go even further into that, is because it's essentially like a safety net. So no matter what you do in life, no matter what mistakes you make, no matter what risks you take and however they turn out, or whatever illness you have, or whatever situation you're in, or whatever is going on in your life that you feel stuck in, or that you are scared of or worried about. You have nothing to fear. Why do you have nothing to fear? Because it's an illusion. There's nothing here. It's not real. It's not really happening. And what you are, if you're aligned to that, has no consequence from that. Whatever happens to this person sitting here on this camera has no consequence in the absolute sense of things. This is just a story. This is just something happening. And essentially, this is not what everything is. This is a small portion of everything. It's a small part of the whole. And it's all within the illusion. So some people talk about the void, nothingness, emptiness. When you are not in everything, you are in nothingness. Now, I talk a lot about things that come from the Bible, and specifically things that Jesus said. Why? Because he is someone that spoke about these things. So one of the things he talked about was, and I don't know the exact verse, I'm sorry, I don't, but that he had overcome the world. How did he overcome the world? A lot of Christians will say that that means that he overcame the temptations of this world. But nowhere does it say that he overcame the temptations of this world. If he had overcome the temptations of this world, I think it would have been stated or said in that way. But it doesn't. It says that he had overcome the world. So if you have overcome the world, you have overcome all these things that I'm telling you are an illusion, like health, problems in finances, problems in your workplace, problems in your marriage, problems in anything, or even the good stuff, whatever. He has overcome the world. And when you have this realization, you have overcome the world. If you're aligned to that, you realize that no matter what happens here in this apparent happening as this person, as this human being, that is not who you are. I've talked about how you don't live or die. You weren't born and you won't die. It's all an illusion. So if you weren't born and you don't die, you've overcome the world as well. When you die, you no longer may be this person, this human being, this appearance that's here, but you don't die. Just like if I show you this salt shaker here and you focus in on it and you close your eyes. So take a minute or a second or two and focus in on this, although it's starting to light up because of the lighting. And close your eyes. Open them. And while you have your eyes closed, can you still see that salt shaker? I can. Can you be real quiet, real still, and then hear yourself speaking in your mind or in your head? I can. And how does that happen? Because it's not your eyes, it's not your ears that are seeing and hearing. There's something else, and that is what's eternal. So when you align yourself with the eternal, you realize that this body is not you. What you are is always there. It's always constant. Okay? It's omnipresent. And it's infinite. So these sorts of things will start to show you, and you'll start to realize this more if you've had this realization, that you are not this body. And all of this is an illusion. So that's all just to kind of lay a foundation about what is the next little secret or tidbit that goes along with the other video I made about liberating your life. You have freedom. You have that sense of freedom, but you have a safety net. That you can do anything. You can take risks, like I said earlier. You can make mistakes. You can take yourself on adventures that you've never thought of. You could do things that you've always been scared to do. You can go outside the norm if you want to, or you can live whichever way you want to live. No matter what you do, you always have this safety net. The safety net is what this is. It's eternal, never ending. It has no consequences and no purpose. So even if you ruin this apparent life doing whatever crazy things you want to do, you haven't ruined yourself. You haven't ruined life. You haven't died. You haven't done anything. This is always here. And this is the fun part of life. So even though I'm trying to talk about emptiness and fullness, it's very hard to for me because I resonate a lot more with the fullness. So even though you go into the emptiness, in that emptiness, you can find fullness in knowing that whatever you do, whatever you've done, whatever you will do, you are held, you're protected. You have this safety net. You are not this body. You are not this person. Whatever happens to this body or this person essentially has no weight or importance to what this actually is. So I hope that you can take this message and allow it to liberate you even a little further and take down some of those barriers and walls that sometimes hold people back. Social norms and expectations that we put on ourselves or others put on us. They're not really there. You've built yourself a cage, and essentially it's an illusion. So you're free of that. You don't have to have this realization. You don't have to even understand this all the way. You just have to free yourself. Be yourself. Be authentic to yourself. And lately that's been my message because it's so simple. Just be yourself. Do what you want to do. And you will be free. The only person that is enslaving that yourself or this person that's here is yourself. No one else has that power. Only you do. So take your power back and live your life exactly how you want to live it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. And I hope that you will go along in your life doing exactly what you want to do. Much love for you. Thanks for watching.